Item Number SCP-Y-073. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Full physical containment is infeasible. Foundation objectives are pre-return control, post-return cleanup, and survivor handling. Because victims reappear at the last dinner table they used, Site-Y-1 maintains its rapid response cover team, MTF Zeta 0 Squad 14, busboys, to secure restaurants, homes, aircraft galleys, etc. within their Metro AO. Teams arrive under medical and sanitational covers, remove biological hazards, gather witnesses to be amnesticized, and reset scenes. Anchor tables for staff and HCPs. Site-Y-1 personnel and protected civilians, HCPs, must take the day's final meal at a registered Foundation dining table, secured and camera covered, so any possible returns will occur at a controllable location. Policy: check in before 20:45 hours. Local time: meal may be nominal. From 20:50 hours to 21:10 hours local time. Duty comms monitor LE and EMS and social media for, quote, vanished at dinner, fell into thin air, table incident, or other table, vanishing, or meal-related triggers. Flagged addresses trigger Squad 14 dispatch with medical and amnestic kits. Survivor Protocol: SCP-Y-073 victims who are returned alive go to the nearest Y medical cell for 24-hour observation, toxin parasite screening for non-terrestrial ingestion, cognitive and mimetic sweep, and debrief. No souvenirs are expected or permitted. Claimed objects are treated as info hazard only. Release with Class B amnestics and a mundane explanation. Casualty Protocol: returned remains of SCP-Y-073 victims are given Bio-Y-73 tags, photographed on site, and removed under coroner cover. If public, disperse crowds, sanitize, and amnesticize all witnesses. Public risk reduction: soft covert messaging pushes a media narrative that incentivizes, quote, staying at the table in the instance of being abducted or waking up in a dream world. PSAs are subtly pushed through memes and social media without naming the anomaly. In-venue guidance: in case of operative abduction, if targeted by SCP-Y-073, remain within approximately 3.3 meters of the anomaly. Keep interactions civil, do not test objects, and do not pursue anyone or anything beyond the 3.3 meter ring. Description: SCP-Y-073 is an involuntary, banqueting venue that abducts a human at approximately 2100 local time, plus or minus 0.35 seconds, and transports them to a constant nighttime clearing in an otherworldly forest. At the center of the clearing stands a long, formal dinner table, SCP-Y-073, laid with mixed courses of non-human delicacies, and a smaller subset of familiar human food. The table is surrounded by ordinary dining chairs, some empty and some occupied by heterogeneous, non-baseline entities, ranging from classical monsters, including one instance of a reported Wendigo, another instance of dining with a Medusa, non-Euclidean composites, alien sophonts, animaliforms, other humanoids, and figures described as angelic, demonic, or even mythic. It is unknown if there is a limit to the type of entities invited to the dinner of SCP-Y-073. The event lasts exactly 4 hours, after which the abductee is returned to baseline reality. No method of refusal, ritual block, or technological tether has prevented an abduction or altered the 4-hour limit. Environment and ambiance. The clearing is ringed by dense timber of inconsistent botany. Leaf shapes and bark patterns vary from event to event. Under a perpetual night sky, crowded with polychromatic star clusters and slow auroral filaments. Air is temperate and faintly aromatic, spiced, ozonic, petrichor sweet, without any present wind. Voices carry, but foliage does not rustle unless touched. Candlelight and low table lanterns provide warm illumination. Shadows fall correctly near the table and degrade in consistency, logic, and quality toward the trees. Survivors consistently describe a low, soft room hush. No insect drone, no distant traffic, yet speech carries clearly across the entire table. The bonding table. The table presents as high-status service. Cloth runners, mixed plates, crystal stems, and silver-patterned cutlery. Length, wood grain, and centerpiece style change per event, but 3 traits remain consistent. Plates reappear replenished when not watched. Utensils reappear cleaned if set down and looked away from for longer than 3 seconds. No place setting is ever empty. If a chair is vacant, its plate still steams or sweats as if newly served. Portions are modest. Visual forms are often unfamiliar. Braided blue lattices, gelatin spirals, petals of glassy rind. Yet abductees report palatable or even personalized flavor profiles. Beverages range from clear syrups to faintly self-luminous liquids. Post-return blood work commonly shows transient, non-replicating traces of unknown metabolites for approximately 18 hours. Attendance and behavior. Chairs may be empty, sparsely occupied, or fully sold out, with entities across multiple clades and geometries. Within the dining area, attendees exhibit cross-taxa table manners. Greetings, toasting, plate passing, napkin gestures, and what abductees describe as a family-style disposition. Language is inconsistent. Some events enable perfect mutual intelligibility. Others rely on gestures, glass clinks, and shared ritual. In several cases, the abductee recounts long conversations that cannot be reproduced afterward. Phonemes vanish on recall, but the tone, warm, teasing, or insisting, remains vivid. The hospitality ring, centered on the table, is a pacifism field extending approximately 3.3 meters from the table's edge, referred to as the hospitality ring. Inside this boundary, any harmful intent is converted at execution into benign contact. A punch becomes a hug. A shove becomes a guiding hand. A claw swipe becomes crumb brushing off the shoulder. A thrown rock is converted to a bread roll. A shouted threat arrives as a toast. The conversion is total and instantaneous, applied to all participants, abductee included. Outside the ring, however, the field ends, and ordinary predation and violence may resume. The ring governs intent, not mere motion. Participants may circle the table, touch, examine features, even perform play-fighting gestures, so long as no genuine malice is present. Most injuries or fatalities occur after an abductee is lured or escorted past the hospitality ring, whether through body language or vocal coercion. Malicious entities frequently time departures to coincide with courses or toasts when vigilance is lowest. According to abductee reports, conversations with other entities at the table that were able to speak or communicate in other ways, such as psi messaging, shows that no creature to date, whether it be an eldritch horror, a fairy, or a Wendigo, has any idea how they got there and is equally as afraid or confused. Duration and return. Exactly 4 hours after arrival, the event ends without fade or cue. Abductees return to the last dinner table they used in baseline reality, whether it be a private home, a restaurant, a break room, or a galley. If for whatever reason they have never eaten at a dinner table, they reappear at the last place they ate, regardless of suitability. Survivors reappear alive. Decadents, however, reappear as remains in the exact terminal state they were in before the event ended, e.g., petrified, dissolved, dismembered, or partially digested. Nothing external crosses the boundary. Souvenirs, utensils, food taken to go, silverware, or gifts taken from other attendees all failed to return. Food eaten at SCP-Y-073 remains eaten. Selection. The selector is unknown. Abductions occur without warning at 2100 hours local time, indifferent to lighting, company, activity, or current meal status. Profiles so far show no predictive demographic, belief, or dietary patterns. Subjects have been taken mid-meal, at work, in transit, or sleep. Co-abductions of multiple humans into a single venue have not been verified. Simultaneous 2100-hour events in different localities are common and appear to be independent. In some rare self-reports, abductees perceive a, quote, tug, 1 to 2 seconds prior to translation, described as being invited to stand. No external sensor has captured a lead-in. Forest and perimeter. Subjects may leave the ring and enter the forest at will. The terrain varies. Knotted hardwoods, reeds that ring when brushed, stone aisles, and windless watercourses have been found, reflecting a different sky. The table, SCP-Y-073, remains, subjectively, nearest in every direction, with reports saying, quote, we never lost the sense of where dinner was. No perimeter, structure, or sky consistency have been located. The farther from the ring, the more likely pursuit by one or more attendees. Whether inside or outside of the hospitality ring, compasses will spin, GPS and inertial trackers fail, and wristwatches stop time. Food, ingestion, and health. Refusal to eat inside the ring carries no immediate penalty. Those who eat report flavors customized to memory or craving. Despite alien presentation, no lasting toxemia has been documented. Transient hematologic and metabolic oddities normalize without intervention. The strongest repeat complaint is dream salience. Vivid food dreams for a week, then quiescence. Lactose-intolerant survivors reported tolerating dairy-appearing items without symptoms. Later lactose challenge and baseline still produced intolerance. Social dynamics and bonding. While inside the hospitality ring, conversation and ritual skew to familial. Gentle teasing, insistence on trying dishes, and story prompts that coax autobiographical disclosure. Abductees recount feeling gently obligated to be a good guest. On return, group photos are mimed with empty frames. Friendly gifts that have been offered become harmless props on return, e.g., corsages become folded napkins, or jewelry becomes a twisted knot of bread. Conclusion. In totality, SCP-Y-073 behaves like a cosmopolitical bonding engine, a place that forces proximity and civility, among inherently incompatible beings, then releases all guests on schedule. No favors, no souvenirs, no second act. Just an unusual experience that seems to surprise and confuse everyone involved. Be it a human or an eldritch anomaly, all are forced to eat like family at SCP-Y-073. All are forced to eat like family when chosen by SCP-Y-073. This is Director Waller, signing off on another report at Site-Y-1. I hope you'll consider subscribing to stay up to date with our latest findings. I eagerly look forward to having your audience in future reports.